I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Marshfield, Wisconsin, as we get you set for high school baseball action here today. Jason Zaleski alongside Jada Hamblin bringing you Marshfield Tiger Baseball. Zaleski Sports is the official broadcast partner of Marshfield Senior High School Athletics, and we are here today for boys baseball action, non-conference, single game here today, Marshfield and Medford. Medford coming in with a record of 7-2. They swept Lakeland over the weekend on Saturday, 10-0 and 6-2. Beat Rhinelander on Thursday, so they're on a 3-game winning streak. The 2 losses coming on May 1st in a doubleheader over at Appleton West, and the loss to Wisconsin Valley Conference member Merrill on Tuesday, May 4th, 3-2 with the loss there. So only 2 losses for Medford coming into today. Medford coached by Justin Robbie. For Marshfield, a little bit different story. Only 1 conference game to this point in the season. Again, they come in with a record of 4 wins and 2 losses. And Marshfield winners on Friday here at Jack Hackman Field over Hudson 5-3. Split a doubleheader with Wisconsin Rapids the day prior, 12-2 win and a 10-9 loss. Beat Mosney to open the season here at Hackman, 4-0, and went over to Casper Park and split a doubleheader with Chippewa. So 4 wins and 2 losses for the Marshfield Tigers. You're watching the Forward Bank pregame show. Forward Bank, moving our communities forward online at forward.bank and in person on North Central Avenue in Marshfield and in Medford. Again, it's the Marshfield Tigers and the Medford Red Raiders. Will have starting lineups when we come back right after this.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Again, welcome back to Jack Hackman Field here in Marshfield. You're watching the Forward Bank pregame show. Forward Bank moving our communities forward online at forward.bank and in person on North Central Avenue in Marshfield and in Medford. Starting lineups for the Medford Red Raiders. Playing shortstop, batting first is Caleb Gooden at second base. And batting second is Tanner Robbie. Playing third is Logan Baumgartner, and batting third. And in center field, batting cleanup, Blair Seidel. In right field and batting fifth is Nate Rederath. Playing first base, batting sixth, Ryan Alexander. Catching for the Red Raiders today is Aiden Gardner. Gardner batting seventh. Joe Geirel, designated hitter. He'll bat in the 8th spot. And Emmett Grunwald in left field, batting ninth. Seth Mudgett pitching for the Medford Red Raiders today. For the Marshfield Tigers in center field is Nick Urban, leadoff hitter. Parker Week, designated hitter, bats second. Shortstop Logan Homolka bats third. Simon Slade in right field bats in the cleanup spot. Trey Montalvo playing third base, bats fifth. Adam Z at first, he'll bat sixth today. Peter Earl catching, batting seventh. Karsten Jerschley at second base, batting eighth. And Kai Swanson in left field, batting ninth. Cody Donahue on the mound for Coach John Southworth and the Marshfield Tigers today. It is national anthem time here at Jack Hackman Field, and this has been the Forward Bank pregame show. Forward Bank moving our communities forward online and in Marshfield and Medford. Again, national anthem time here at Jack Hackman. All right, national anthem out of the way. And again, it's Marshfield and Medford here this evening. Jim Krieger on the bases and Rich Hull calling balls and strikes today, and we will make sure to harass both equally during the broadcast. I told Rich I would. I didn't get a chance to talk to Mr. Krieger, but that's all right. I'll tell him afterwards. That's how that'll work. Again, Medford goes Gooden, Robbie, Baumgartner, Seidel, Rederath, Alexander, Gardner, Geirel, and Grunwald as they go 1 through 9 in the order. Medford again comes in at a record of 7-2, picking up a couple of wins over the weekend on Saturday against Lakeland. Marshfield 4-2, non-conference win here on Friday, 5-3 over Hudson. Trey Montalvo, the winning pitcher, on Friday. Talked to Trey after the game. Marshfield had got down early in that game, and Montalvo, a number of key strikeouts during that game. Marshfield, some key hits as well. And again, they come away with a 5-3 win. They had split their only conference games of the year on Thursday, both against Wisconsin Rapids. Rapids with a walk-off winner in Game 2 of that doubleheader. That game that took, to my understanding, about 12 hours for both games to finish on a cold Thursday night. But, non-conference action here for Marshfield. And then we're back live again on Thursday. It's a doubleheader. Stevens Point comes to town, and we'll be live right here. 4 p.m. first pitch against Stevens Point of Game 1, Game 2 to follow. And then Marshfield goes down to La Crosse on Saturday for a doubleheader. Take on Logan on Saturday. First pitch of that doubleheader scheduled for 11 down to La Crosse. So Cody Donahue ready. And it'll be the shortstop, Caleb Gooden. Donahue's first pitch, and that one is ripped down the line fair down the left field. On Monday evening.
Gooden singles down the line and brings up second baseman number 5, Tanner Robbie.
So Tanner Robbie now. As Gooden scorched it right down the third base line into left field. And pitch number 2 of the game comes in for a strike. And thanks everybody for watching today. Now is a great time to go tell your friends, neighbors, and strangers live sports are on the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network. As Donahue throws over, let them know how you found us, and they can watch live free sports right along with you. Good chance they know somebody who's playing out here. So let them know. 1 of 4 games on the Zaleski Sports Network tonight. It's Auburndale at Assumption baseball and softball going on right now. We'll keep you updated on that. It's softball. First place teams. And then it's baseball over at Buchholz and Stevens Point. Pittsville visiting Pacelli. The 4 games happening all right now. And again, Jada doing a great job on the cameras there as we see the catch made right in your living room by Adam Z. Look good, Jada? Huh? Oh, okay. Well, first out of the inning. Third baseman Logan Baumgartner. Throw over from Donahue. Chases Gooden back. Again, it was a hit and run on that foul ball pop-out by Robbie. That was a hit and run. So Donahue now a little bit more aware of the leadoff hitter, shortstop Gooden over at first. That one comes in high for a ball. Ruben behind the plate there got his head ducked down. Saw a Major League umpire on Saturday take a foul tip right off the mask and dizzy while walking backwards. Yeah, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike now to the third baseman, Baumgartner. But yeah, there's no reason to risk it. There's no tough guy award back there. Get out of the way if you want to. Make it to the end of the game, and the runner is off. The throw down, and it'll get past Homolka down at short, and it's a stolen base for Gooden. Earl got the throw down. It may have been late anyway, but as it bounced past Homolka, stolen base for Gooden. Ball on the pitch, so 2 balls, 1 strike now from Donahue to Baumgartner. And this one is hit on, well, I was going to say on the infield, now coming in into shallow center, and making the catch for out number 2 is Nick Urban. That ball carried just a bit, wind blowing out. That ball was hit high. Looked like it was going to be hit high on the infield, but that one carried into center, so you see what the wind is going to do here, maybe just a little bit. Ball lofted up like that. Now the center fielder, Blair Seidel. 2 outs, and Gooden stands at second. Donahue looks back and fires home, and swung on and missed. Off-speed pitch had Seidel out in front. Told you about that Assumption Auburndale softball game going on right now. Again, first place on the line. Both teams undefeated on the year. And outside Donahue, 1 ball, 1 strike, and it's 3-1 Assumption as they play in the top of the second. Again, that game live, ZaleskiSports.com. You can check in on it or just grab somebody else's phone or computer or whatever and watch both at the same time. Donahue fires home, and this one is going to be ripped foul. Cale Jacoby on the call down at Robinson Park in Wisconsin Rapids. Baseball action, Auburndale and Assumption. A little different story there. Both teams scuffling in the Merriwood South. And a 1-0 score there. They play in the top of the second. And 1-0 Auburndale over Assumption. Baseball, Merriwood South. Here's the 1-2 from Donahue. Tried the breaking ball, missed inside. And Donahue turns, looks back, and nothing doing there. Just chases Gooden back to second. No throw. Donahue ready. 2 outs. Here's the 2-2. That one hit and gets past Montalvo at third, and then booted in left field. Swanson not able to handle, and it'll be an error and a run scored. The Red Raiders are on the board.
The single in error brings up number 8.
So Nate Rederath now, with Medford leading 1-0. Donahue, and that one on the outside corner for a strike.
Hard hit ball there by Seidel past Montalvo at third, and then Swanson misplayed it and left. Here's the 0-1.
So 1 ball, 1 strike now. Jada, just for the fun of it, go ahead and switch to that camera. Make sure the audio is still coming through. And it's 1, yep, there we go. You can probably just go left, right on that one, and then we'll be all set. But anyway, 1-1 now. from Donahue to Rederath. The right fielder stands in and hits this one into shallow right field, going back and not able to make the catch there as Adam Z roamed back. That ball, again, got caught up in the wind and kind of came back towards foul territory, or fair territory. It does land foul, but Z in the wind not able to track it down. And Rederath will stay in the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Donahue looks in, and the 1-2, and that one misses outside. 2-0 Pacelli over Pittsville. They play there in the bottom of the 3rd inning already. First pitch, though, may have been 4:30 over at Buchholz. Anyway, that one live as well at ZaleskiSports.com. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Donahue fires in and high and outside. The count runs full. Donahue had Rederath at 1 ball, 2 strikes, so 2 stray balls, and now the count is full with 2 outs in the inning. Again, a run in for Medford here in the top of the 1st. Donahue fastball and blows it past Rederath. First strikeout of the game for Donahue. It does end the inning, but not before the Red Raiders score 1. Coming up in the bottom of the 1st, it'll be Urban, Week, and Homolka for the Tigers when we come back.
If you have a fear of overpaying, you have FOOP. But don't worry, switch to US Cellular and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G, plus no activation fees. So you can stream, capture, and post without FOOP. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G at US Cellular. Choose fair.
Northside Computers is Marshfield's U.S. Cellular store. Visit us on South Central Avenue in Marshfield for the latest Samsung, Apple, personal cellular devices, tablets, and more.
Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Experience your choice of small, in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can also choose to get started here and finish at a 4-year, or with an associate degree in one of our 60 in-demand programs. Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Get started at mstc.edu.
Back to Jack Hackman here in Marshfield. It's Nick Urban, Parker Week, and Logan Homolka for the Tigers leading off here in the bottom of the 1st. A run scores for Medford. Caleb Gooden, single, stolen base, and then able to work around. It was an error out in left field, contributing to that run being scored, and 1-0 Medford after the first half inning. See what the Tigers can come up with here offensively in the bottom half. Again, Nick Urban, Parker Week, Logan Homolka, Simon Slade, Trey Montalvo, Adam Z, Peter Earl, Karsten Jerschley, and Kai Swanson as the Tigers go 1 through 9. Donahue pitching, not hitting. Designated hitter is on deck, Parker Week. Batting second here today as we see our very own Paul Lecker stroll in. We'll have written coverage and at least a couple fancy pictures for you later on tonight at ZaleskiSports.com. Update you later on which games you'll see highlights of. But all 4 games tonight will be written about, so you'll have that. And Urban sees the strike come in on the outside 3rd. Again, Seth Mudgett pitching for the Red Raiders. Mudgett works quick and tries the outside corner. That one looked just a bit too wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one is going to be lifted up and out of play, foul. Thanks to our special game day sponsor today, Spectrum Benefit Solutions. Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices throughout central Wisconsin, including in Medford. Marshfield covered as well. We'll tell you more about Spectrum Benefit Solutions a little bit later on during our broadcast. But bottom line is, if you're watching this game, Spectrum Benefit Solutions can help you. Tell you more about our special game sponsor, Spectrum Benefit Solutions, Just a bit later in the broadcast, the 2-2 from Mudgett sails outside, and full count now to the Tigers' leadoff hitter, center fielder Nick Urban. And time called. Catcher is who Mr. Hull tells us called for time, Aiden Gardner. And time granted. So Mudgett now looks in, the full count to Urban. Here it is, and outside, so a leadoff walk. And just like the Red Raiders, the Tigers able to get their leadoff hitter aboard. And see what Coach Southworth and the Tigers want to do with Urban down at first. It was Caleb Gooden running for the Red Raiders. We'll see what Marshfield does here with their leadoff hitter aboard. Designated hitter now, Parker Week. And right down Main Street for strike one on the first offering to Week. And throwback is not in time. But Coach Robbie saw what he called out there, a hit and run early now. Tells his guys, hey, watch out here. They may have some interest in that as well. And hit by pitch, so Week takes that one right off the inside of his lead elbow, his left elbow. Didn't do a whole bunch to get out of the way, but it's not required. So Marshfield now runners on first and second as Aiden goes down to tell his battery mate, Seth Mudgett, all right, fella, let's go here. As a shortstop now, Logan Homolka. So an early opportunity for the Tigers to try to use a hockey term and equalize here in the first, maybe more. Here's Homolka now, and left-handed hitting Homolka sees the first pitch from Mudgett come outside for ball one. Another lefty up next in Simon Slade. Here's Mudgett, and that one hits the outside for strike one. Big hole over on the left side of the infield. If Homolka can wait back on it, maybe get a base hit over there, and outside pitch can help with that, but only able to check swing foul there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As the right fielder Slade hustles over from his on-deck circle, picks up the ball. Mudgett looks back to first, checks on Urban, now fires home, and swung on and missed. A big swing there from Logan Homolka that comes up empty. And 1 down for the Tigers. Again now right fielder Simon Slade. But a big swing there from Homolka. Looking to take advantage of that wind blowing out. So Mudgett now on the first offering to Slade, comes in outside for a ball. Mudgett again looks back, now comes home, and this one is going to be hit into left field. Coming on, still coming on, and making the catch in left is Emmett Grunwald. As Grunwald just kept running, and then finally catching and sliding for the second out of the inning. Both runners stay put. Urban stays at second, Week at first, and back-to-back outs now. And third baseman Trey Montalvo looking to move these runners. Back to the right-hand batting side of the plate for the Tigers. Montalvo, and curveball stays high for ball one. Breaking pitch drop, but dropped late. There's Mudgett right back with it. Fastball and strike one. So Mudgett stressed early. Runners on first and second, back-to-back base runners for the Tigers, but then back-to-back outs for Mudgett and the Red Raiders. And Tigers now 2 outs and a 1-2 count coming to Montalvo. Red Raiders 1 pitch from getting out of it. Mudgett looks in, looks back to Urban, and fires home the 1-2, and this one is going to be chopped foul by Montalvo. You'll see the 1-2 pitch again from Mudgett. No hits for the Tigers in the inning, back-to-back walks. Urban walked, and then Week hit by pitch. So both put on base by Mudgett. And now Mudgett, the 1-2 curveball, got him looking. Montalvo froze on the curveball. He saw the pitch earlier in the at-bat. This one does drop in for a strike, and Mudgett works out of it as the Tigers leave 2 on. 1 inning in the books here at Jack Hackman. It is Medford 1, Marshfield nothing. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli, bacon, cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118. Citizens State Bank of Loyal is your independently owned community bank with locations just a short drive or walk from where you work and live. Citizens State Bank of Loyal invites you to a banking relationship that will always put you first. Personal, business, and agricultural services provided by people that live just across town and around the corner. At Citizens State Bank of Loyal, we pride ourselves in our involvement in the communities we serve. See us today in Neillsville, Marshfield, Spencer, Granton, and Loyal. Citizens State Bank of Loyal, an equal housing lender, member FDIC. Top of the second inning now for the Tigers, and time to say thanks to all of our friends down at Fleet Farm. And Fleet Farm proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. Spent some time at Fleet Farm on Friday. Got all my gardening tools. Got a hoe, a rake, a shovel. Brought that all home. Yeah. And then started digging into the dirt, and I thought, oh, boy. It's a lot of work. I don't remember it being that much work last year when I put my garden in. But anyway, got all the supplies down at Fleet Farm. Got my seeds and was ready to put some tomatoes out as Ryan Alexander leading off and hits this one past second base Karsten Jerschley, and an error will put Alexander up at first to start the second inning. Jerschley just kind of waved at it, and that was it. That'll bring up catcher Aiden Gardner. But anyway, and I've had 3 tomato plants out, getting them, I don't know, climatized, if that's a word. And this son of a gun froze on Saturday night as first pitch swing, and this one will be chased down by Urban for out number 1. So Nick Urban chasing that one down in center field. Ball that looked like it might have had a chance to get down, but hung up just a bit. Urban settled under it.
Gardner flies out to left center, bringing up DH, Joe Girl.
So Joe Girl now, designated hitter, batting in the 8th spot with 1 out. Again, Alexander down at first. So I lost 3 of my tomato plants. They froze. They just wilted right over, just dead on the spot. Thankfully, I've got 25 others, so... Well, they were all inside. I don't know why I put those 3 outside to begin with. And then I didn't check the weather. And then it's supposed to freeze again tonight, so now the garden's going to wait another day. But that's all right. Got everything down at Fleet Farm, and you can too. Again, Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. I already plucked some rhubarb out of the garden. Froze a bunch of it. Actually, Rachel did. I had nothing to do with it. I guess she had nothing else to do, so she went and grabbed a bunch of rhubarb and cut it up, froze it. I guess we'll do something with it later. Throw over from Donahue as Alexander was teasing him over there a little bit. Kind of lurching, Strutting around over at first. Donahue says that'll be enough of that. I'll throw over there and get to dive back into the bag. Rhubarb jam. All right. Jada's put an order in for rhubarb jam. Well, we've got enough of it, so it's definitely a possibility. A swing and a miss there by Girl. Yeah, there's plenty. What I know, though, about rhubarb is you got to put a lot of sugar into it to make it edible. Yeah, well, otherwise it's rather tart. I don't mind the rhubarb, but I just know there's a lot of sugar in there, as that one outside, as Donahue tried to nip the corner on the outside and just missed. And down to second on a stolen base. I was waiting for the hit and run there. Girl never swung. I don't know if he missed a sign or just a true stolen base. But stolen base for the Tigers. So 2 straight balls now from Donahue. He had Girl on an 0-2, now the 2-2. Runner in scoring position and swing and a miss for out number 2, the second strikeout of the game for Donahue. That brings up the 9-hitter, left fielder Emmett Grunwald. And Donahue, first pitch out to Grunwald is outside for ball 1. And a swing and a miss there as Grunwald out in front of it. 1-1. Again, runner in scoring position is Alexander. Red Raiders have swiped 2 bases here through 1 2/3 innings. Donahue steps off and nothing doing behind him. Cody Donahue ready, and the 1-1. And time called, right at the last moment there. Grunwald called time, and time given by our home plate umpire, Rich Hull. Now Rich puts Donahue back in action. And Jim Krieger on the bases. Rich Hull calling balls and strikes, and a swing and a miss there to Grunwald. And Grunwald now behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Donahue looks to work out of this. And Alexander on via error to begin the inning. Fly out, strikeout, and now Grunwald on the 1-2. Off-speed pitch, and way out in front of it was Grunwald. Yanks it down the left field line, and there for the final out of the inning is Marshfield left fielder Kai Swanson. So 3 straight outs after the lead base runner, and nothing doing for the Red Raiders after that. Marshfield in the bottom of the second, Z, Earl, and Jerschley.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauernfeind Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com. All right, welcome back to Marshfield now. Tigers home half of the second inning coming up. Adam Z, Peter Earl, Karsten Jerschley as the Tigers go 6-7-8. Again, Seth Mudgett pitching for the Red Raiders back on here in the bottom of the second inning. And Marshall coming in at 4-2. Medford coming in at 7-2. Non-conference baseball game here tonight. This one driven into the gap in left center field. That's going to get down as Z rounds first, and will be a leadoff double for Adam Z and the Tigers. Z got a hold of that one and drove it to the gap in left center. And Tigers in business here again in the second inning. They were in the first. They had runners on first and second, nobody out. And strikeout, fly out, strikeout. Medford able to work out of it in the first inning. Now Tigers, Z stands on second, and the catcher Peter Earl. See if the Tigers can do with the runner in scoring position here in the second inning. Breaking ball, and that one misses. A lot of movement there from Mudgett on the breaking ball. Able to freeze Trey Montalvo to end the first inning on one such breaking pitch. That one missed. Fastball now, and this one hit high into left field. That is dropping fast and is dropped. Z breaks for third. Throw comes in and rolled through the infield, and on the throw, it'll be Earl down to second. And the wind, just a problem out in the outfield so far today. So on the throw, Earl down to second, and pinch runner for the catcher is Tim Kraus. So Kraus will run over at second. Z moves down to third. And now the Tigers with the tying run 90 feet away here in the bottom of the second. And it's second baseman Karsten Jerschley. The left fielder there, Grunewald, just kept coming and coming and coming, and finally took a diving stab at it. Not able to come up with it as the wind just moving the ball around. We saw that in the top of the first as Adam Z for Marshfield tried to chase one down in foul territory, and the ball just kept moving. And inside, and Jerschley stands in. 2 balls, no strikes. Here it is from Mudgett, and fastball for strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. I take a look down to my right. We've got camera row down there. We've got 1, 2, 3 photographers. All getting great looks. And this one is driven into right field. Z tagging from third. Leaves the base. The throw will be cut off. And now thrown across to third. And chested down there. But Z will score. It's an RBI single for Karsten Jerschley. And we are tied at 1. So well done there by Jerschley. Get the ball into opposite field, in the outfield, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Kai Swanson. That was just the first out of the inning, so the infield comes in for the Red Raiders as Earl stands down at, or I'm sorry, Kraus running for Earl stands down at third. But the RBI sac fly for Jerschley has us tied at 1. And that one fouled back on the inside pitch from Mudgett. So no balls, 2 strikes now to the left fielder Swanson. And that back to the top of the order in center fielder Nick Urban. That one thrown in the dirt. Nice pick there on the short hop by Gardner. With Kraus standing down at third, Gardner did well to pick that one up. Backstop here at Hackman has changed. It's not gotten any less deep, though. Is that one? Look out there. A lady walking down the path. It's now turning circles, looking to find out what in the world just happened to me. The ball just missed her. Another photographer coming in, though. She's got a camera strapped to her shoulder, ready to take some pictures, get inside of Hackman. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. So Swanson able to fight off one, then a ball, and we're count even now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mudgett ready with it, and here it is, and swung on and missed for strike 3. Third strikeout of the game for Seth Mudgett. As mentioned, top of the order now for the Tigers, Nick Urban, as Kraus still stands down at third. And breaking ball and a beauty drops in for a strike. Mudgett's had that working here through an inning and 2/3. He's fooled Tiger batters a couple times with it. You get that one to drop in, your fastball becomes that much more effective, and Urban able to lay off the outside heater that time. Here comes Mudgett, and same place. So missed outside a couple times, trying to get Urban to chase to the outside. Kraus, couple steps off the bag at third. And that one right down the middle. Behind on it was Urban. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And Mudgett 1 pitch away from getting out of it. Only, to this point, only giving up 1 run. Again, Tigers had runners on second and third with 1 out. Sorry, with nobody out. First out was a sac fly that plated Z. Now this one hit into foul territory and caught there in foul territory by Logan Baumgartner to bring the inning to an end. So the Tigers do strand 1. They score 1. And we have played 2 full innings here from Jack Hackman. And it is tied at 1, top of the third when we return. Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right, free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
Are you living with a prosthesis that is causing discomfort or pain? You have options, and I'm here to help. Hi, my name is Shai. I'm the owner of Next Step Prosthetics in Marshfield. You have a choice where you go for prosthetic care. My focus and specialty is providing a prosthesis that you enjoy wearing to help you get your life back. Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Let's take the next step together to a better life.
Back to Marshfield, top of the third inning coming up. Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices in Wausau, Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, Medford, and Spencer right here in the Marshfield area. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. As I was saying, our special game sponsor here today is Spectrum Benefit Solutions. If you're watching this game, you are eligible to talk to Spectrum Benefit Solutions and get better prices on health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Like I said, give a check, Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook. Get yourself started. Top of the order for the Red Raiders. It's Caleb Gooden now, leading off here the third. Singled and scored Medford's run in the first inning. Cody Donahue, and that one high for ball 3. Donahue, a couple of strikeouts so far here today through 2 innings of work. And the 3-1, that one misses, so Caleb Gooden back on base. Again, singled in the first, now walks here in the third. Second baseman Tanner Robbie, he flew out down to Z at first back in the first inning. All of our photographers have disappeared, at least out of my view anyway. Oh no, I see one. Yeah, they were all lined up down there just a moment ago, and on the run down to second, and out is the call as Gooden is gunned down as Earl down to Homolka. And 1 out, so the leadoff runner is erased. Looked like Robbie was supposed to get a bunt down there, didn't. Bunted through it or pulled it back, either way. Not able to protect the runner stealing, and now hits this one. Montalvo eats him up over at third and does what he can just to barehand it and knock it down, keep it in for an infield single. Keep it on the infield grass, I should say, for the infield single. Now the third baseman, Logan Baumgartner, but that took a steep hop at Montalvo's nose, and he wasn't able to come up with it. The ball on the first pitch of the second at bat here for Baumgartner. Flew out to center. Almost left center, and as I take a look, Urban shaded towards left. Montalvo another chance, goes to second, and 1 out down at second. The relay is late. Nice slide there by Robbie to get in the way there just a bit, at least slow up the double play effort. So 5-4 for the second out, and Baumgartner on with a fielder's choice. Now Blaine Seidel, center fielder. He did reach and then left on back in the first inning. And Donahue on the outside pitch gets Seidel to swing at it. Donahue, left-handed pitcher, stares at Baumgartner and then throws home, and another swing and a miss by Seidel, quickly 0-2 with 2 outs. The 0-2, that one misses outside. Couldn't get Seidel to chase all the way out there. Take a look into Buchholz in Stevens Point, 9-0. Pacelli over Pittsville, bottom of the 5th. Pacelli 1 run away from ending that one early as Donahue strikes out Seidel, and his third strikeout of the game ends the effort for the Red Raiders in the third inning. They leave 1 on, bottom of the third. It'll be Week, Homolka, and Slade when we return.
Our customers' lives are busy, so when it comes to finding time to bring your mower or snowblower in for a seasonal tune-up, just don't. PowerPack has you covered with our mobile service trailer. Here's how it works. We'll bring the shop to you and perform a tune-up right in your driveway. Just leave your equipment out and we'll do the rest. You don't even have to be home. And the best part, it doesn't cost you any more. PowerPack mobile service costs the same as a tune-up in our shop. Still looking for a downside? We are too. Visit powerpackequipment.com/mobile service for more information.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business. and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Bottom of the third now for Marshfield. Designated hitter Parker Week, Logan Homolka, and Simon Slade all due up as the Tigers now second trip through the order. They go 2, 3, 4. Nick Urban from the leadoff spot ended the bottom of the second. Little foul ball over towards third base to end it for the Tigers. So now the two hitter Parker Week, hit by pitch back in the first inning. Seth Mudgett pitching here in the third. Mudgett 3 strikeouts to his credit here so far today. Marshfield's Cody Donahue also with 3 strikeouts. Both teams with a run apiece, and we've played just about even here through 2.5. Both teams also leaving 3 runners on base, as that one is foul. Yeah, both with 3 left on, both with 3 strikeouts, both with 1 run. Tied at 1 here, bottom of the third. Tigers had an opportunity for more back in the second. They had runners on second and third with just 1 out. I'm sorry, I said that wrong again. I said that wrong in the second inning. They had runners in second and third with nobody out. Able to score 1. And this one ripped into center, and that'll get down. It's a leadoff hit for Parker Week, as that was ripped right into center. Off the bat, Seidel had plans of charging it and then backed off, let it one-hop him. Don't want to let that one get behind you, especially, well, anytime really, but so Seidel making the smart play out there in center. Logan Homolka struck out back in the first. Struck out on a mighty hack, too, and then a big hit there, and that one foul, as it looked like it may have went off of Homolka's ankle in the box. Another big swing from the shortstop, Homolka. And big swing there. This one hit to straightaway center. Seidel guiding under it and catching it for the first out of the inning. Simon Slade now, pair of left-handers for the Tigers. Homolka retired on the fly out to center. Now left-hander Simon Slade. And this one is going to be hit through the hole at second. Nice job there of Week, letting that one get through and then running behind it. And he does. So runners again for Marshfield. 2 runners on base. And now the third baseman, Trey Montalvo, he struck out looking back in the first on a big bender from Mudgett. See what Mudgett does here with Montalvo here in the third inning. As Medford first baseman Ryan Alexander plays in on the grass down at first. Now takes one more step in. Bender to Montalvo, and strike is the call. So Mudgett able to get the best of Montalvo with the curveball here through 2 at-bats. See what Montalvo has to say here in the count, here in this second at-bat. Another bender comes in. Montalvo able to fight it off. It looks like Montalvo a little bit uncomfortable with Mudgett's curveball, to say the least. Here's the 0-2 fastball, and that one is going to be hit into the parking lot. That will contact a car. There it is. Yep. You figure you park in the back row, I don't have to worry about it. Not so much for that Ford Explorer out there. Just a glancing blow. It was hit on the fourth hop, so no damage. So no balls, 2 strikes. Mudgett to Montalvo. And Montalvo able to lay off. Now there'll be a throw down to third, and everybody's safe on the pass ball. It'll be Week down to third, and Slade down to second. So runners now on second and third for the third baseman, Montalvo. See if he gets another bender from Mudgett. Here is the 1-2, and there it is, the curveball, and he's able to get a piece of it and ruled fair. Well, it was a drop third strike, perhaps. That's what it was. As Rich Hull put his fist up, it was a drop third strike, and the strikeout completed on the throw down to first. Second time Montalvo strikes out here today. So 2 outs, and the first baseman now Adam Z. 2 in scoring position for the Tigers, and that one in the dirt. Yeah, the way Montalvo swung at that and then ran out, it looked like he might have made contact with it, but not the case. So a couple of strikeouts and 2 plate appearances for Montalvo. That one inside and high to the tall, standing Adam Z. If I remember correctly from previous sports, Z goes about 6'2". So you throw it at the eyes, that's a tall pitch. Here's the 2-0. And this one is going to be roped right at the right fielder on a frozen rope to Rederath. And again, Mudgett and the Red Raiders able to work out of it. 2 more left on for the Tigers, as they have left 5 on base here through 3 innings of play. And our score remains Medford 1, Marshfield 1. With more winter snow on the way, make your way to Chili Implement. Chili Implement, located conveniently between Marshfield and Chili, just north of Highway 10, is ready to help you make snow removal easier. Visit Chili Implement and see how their complete selection of Kubota and Cub Cadet snow removal machines will simplify your winter. Chili Implement open Monday through Saturday for sales, service, and parts. Chili Implement will also help you finance your next purchase. You can also see more at chiliimplement.com.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
For Medford, it's Nate Rederath, Ryan Alexander, and Aiden Gardner as the Red Raiders go 5, 6, 7 in the order. They complete their second time through against Cody Donahue. Donahue, nice game here so far. Trio of strikeouts, scattered a couple hits, a handful we'll call it. Donahue up high to Rederath. Again, Marshfield leaving 5 on base here through the first 3 innings. They've had opportunities for more than 1 run. Second and third with nobody out in the second. And just an inning ago had second and third with 1 out. Only able to plate 1 through the last 2 innings. There's the 2-0 from Donahue, and that one misses outside. Quickly now, 3 balls, no strikes to the right fielder, Rederath. He had the final putout back in the bottom of the third, ending the Tigers' threat in the third as he flew out right to him. And Donahue misses on 4 straight. So 4-pitch walk to start the 4th. And now the first baseman, Ryan Alexander.
Now batting, Ryan Alexander.
Donahue ready and fires that one low and inside. And Donahue able to pitch a strike. So the first strike thrown by Donahue here in the inning. And that one is going to be hit foul. Again, Pacelli out big over Pittsville as that game now continues in the 6th inning, 9-0. This is going to drop in front of Swanson. And the first 2 base runners on now for the Red Raiders. So Alexander down to first on the hit. Moves Rederath down to second. So the catcher now Aiden Gardner, as now Medford will try to make work with runners on base. Gardner flew out to straightaway center for the first out of the 2nd inning. Donahue and the Tigers in a jam here in the 4th. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Bunt shown and pulled back, and low and away is the call for ball 1. Donahue low there. Again, it was a 4-pitch walk to start the inning to Rederath. Hit given up to Alexander. Now Gardner, 2 balls, no strikes as Donahue begins to struggle here a bit in the 4th. And breaking ball misses high. Donahue now in jeopardy of walking the second batter of the inning as it's a 3-0 count to Gardner. See on the pitch here, but we may have a visit from John Southworth after this next delivery from Donahue. Here it is. That one at the knees for strike 1. Saw Cody Donahue with a football in pregame. Here's the 3-1. And this one is hit into the gap in right center, falling fast, but able to get there for the catch. And then firing in, hitting the cutoff, is Simon Slade. It looked like that one had a little bit more on it, but it fell fast. And Slade there for the first out of the inning. So 1 down now, the designated hitter, Joe Giro. Now off the bat, it looked like that may have a chance to get down, but nice run on it by Simon Slade. Slade with some speed, plays wide receiver during the football season. Showing off some of those wheels out there in right field. Donahue in a little less trouble now with 1 out and hits the outside of the plate for strike 2. Out here to Gyrol would do a lot for Donahue and the Tigers as they look to work out of this. Here it is, and this one is going to be hit to Montalvo at third. He'll touch the base for 1, throws all the way across the diamond, and that gets by the first baseman. And all the way to the fence, and they're going to send the runner. No, they're going to bring him back, and now the throw down to third. That one gets into left field and finally smothered, and the base runners stop there. But Rederath on the 5, unassisted for out number 2, and Geirel on the E5 down to first and then over to second on the throw. That moves Alexander down to third. Alexander had rounded the base at third, and it looked like Coach Robbie was telling him to go and then held him at the very last, after he rounded that bag, held him at the last moment. He would have been out by about a half a mile at home, but as it is, he stands at third now. Geirel at second, and Emmett Grunwald now. And Grunwald will see a ball come in from Donahue. But a somewhat wild sequence there by the Tigers throwing the ball around the infield. And this one is off the mask of Earl and fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike now. And Donahue, a little bit of movement at the end of the pitch, but that drops out of the zone for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Donahue right back with it and leaves that one high. 3 balls, 1 strike. First base is open, but this is a 9-hitter. You don't want to turn the batting order over, so Donahue's going to have to come with a strike here. And that one misses high for ball 4, so the order does get turned over. And now to the top, it's Caleb Gooden, and he'll see bases loaded on his 3rd time through the order. And we do see Coach John Southworth. Came out a little bit later than I thought he might. It looked like Donahue was maybe going to be able to get out of that. And now Southworth comes in, and it looks like we will have a pitching change. We will get that caught up for you when we come back to Marshfield. It'll be bases loaded, 2 outs when we come back.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
From first contact at Dental Clinic of Marshfield, their dentists are committed to your individual attention and strive to provide personalized oral health care. They work hard to create the ultimate stress-free and comfortable dental experience. It is their mission to educate and provide the patients with the best dental care in Central Wisconsin. Whether you're looking for information on implants, teeth whitening, crowns, orthodontics, dentures, or any dental service, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has it for you. You can book your appointment online at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com or give them a call at one of their 3 locations in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neillsville today.
RoofTech LLC specializes in commercial roof coatings and spray foam. RoofTech also services the entire state of Wisconsin. That's right, from La Crosse to Milwaukee, Eau Claire to Green Bay, Superior, Marshfield, Kenosha, Madison, Sheboygan, and everywhere in between. RoofTech uses superior systems that can fully restore just about any roof in Wisconsin. RoofTech is offering modern solutions for your roof's data dilemmas. See RoofTech online at rooftechllc.com or RoofTech LLC on Facebook. All right, back here to Marshfield, and we've got all the changes here for you. It'll be Nick Urban coming into pitch as he'll come in from his center field spot and come to take the hill as Will Fetting replaces Urban in the outfield. But it's bases loaded, so a big job here for Urban as Donahue just didn't have it there in the 4th inning for the Tigers. Again, leadoff walk and had trouble throwing strikes, able to induce a fly ball and a ground out. But walking the 9-hitter was enough for Coach John Southworth to make the change. And so Nick Urban will come in, and the leadoff hitter, Caleb Gooden, will now see Urban here in the fourth inning. Again, bases loaded for Medford. And a strike from Urban, likely what Coach John Southworth told him. Just throw a strike on the first pitch, see what happens. So no balls, one strike now to the shortstop, Gooden. Left-handed Urban fires and outside. Three strikeouts for Donahue. Here's Urban on the 1-1. That one misses outside. Nowhere to put Caleb Gooden. 2 balls, 1 strike. Alexander on third, Gerald at second, and Grunwald at first. Here's the 2-1. That one is going to be lifted into left center, going back, and still going back. Not able to make the catch. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. The throw will come home. A play at the plate is not in time, and it's a 3 RBI double for Caleb Gooden, as the Red Raiders break it open here in the fourth. Big hit there for Gooden as he drove that to the left center field gap. Tigers not able to come up with it. So bases cleared, and all base runners now belong to Nick Urban, which is 1. Caleb Gooden standing down at third. And double 3 RBI down to third on the throw. But the Red Raiders break it open here in the fourth inning. Able to do what Marshfield couldn't to this point, which is bring runners home. And Tigers have stranded 5. Coming into the inning, Medford had stranded 3 as that one comes inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But able to get 3 home on a bases loaded, bases clearing double by Caleb Gooden. So Urban in on relief, facing his second batter. Here's the 1-2, and this one hit over to Jerschley at second. Picks and throws in time, but the damage done as Robbie is retired on the 4-3 put out by Medford. They score 3, all to the credit of Caleb Gooden, and the Red Raiders lead 4-1. It'll be the bottom of the fourth inning when we return. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
When you get moving again, be safe and ready to go. Use your stimulus or tax return to save up to $150 on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires at Sherrill Tire and Service Center.
Get your car done right.
All right, so after Medford plating 3 in the fourth, it's Marshfield now at the bottom of the order. Peter Earl, Karsten Jerschley, and Kai Swanson, 7, 8, 9 for the Tigers. And Marshfield leaving 5 base runners on through the first 3 innings. And now find themselves down by 3 here as we start the home half of the Tigers' 4th inning. But Caleb Gooden, the leadoff hitter, getting the job done for Medford today. Stolen base, run scored. 2 for 2. He did walk in the third, so not an official at bat. So 2 for 2 A run scored, 3 RBI. Caleb Gooden getting it done. So Seth Mudgett back on here in the 4th inning, and this one driven by Peter Earl, and that'll one hop off the fence. Earl rounds first, and it's a leadoff double for Peter Earl on the one hopper off the left field fence. Put a charge into it. So the Tigers again get a runner on base, put him in scoring position. See what they're able to do with it this time. So second baseman now, Karsten Jerschley. Jerschley flew out to right field back in the 2nd inning, so his second trip to the plate here. As the wind blows to straightaway center. And this one is going to be hit and will stay fair. It spins, and it spins counterclockwise and stays fair. It's an infield hit for Karsten Jerschley as he just got the ball off the bat. Earl down to third. Marshfield runners at the corners, and nobody out. So again, Tigers back in business. We've been here before, though, today. The left fielder, Kai Swanson. Well, that ball just kept spinning and spinning, and on the counterclockwise spin, it spun back in and stayed in fair territory about 20 feet up the first base line. Swanson lays off the high fastball and count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Swanson hits this one high behind the plate, coming back and looking for it is Gardner and making the catch. So a nice play there, as Aiden Gardner has had a couple nice plays from behind the plate, able to scoop a couple one-hops to keep runners from scoring from third, and now this time keeps the runners on base, I should say, and ball fouls in fair territory. They're going to stay anyway, but able to get the put out and retire Swanson now to the top of the order for the Tigers. And Nick Urban pitching now for the Tigers. Come up to the plate for the 3rd time here this evening. A walk and a ball caught in foul territory over by third base. And his first 2, this one hit hard through the infield, and that'll be an RBI single for Nick Urban. So Urban rips it, just takes the fastball right through the hole at first and second, just stays with it, stays on it, and the Tigers score here in the inning. And it'll be Medford coach Justin Robbie now coming out to talk to his pitcher. And it looks like he's going to keep Mudgett on. It looks like. We shall see. Yeah, Medford does have somebody warming up in the pen, and Coach Robbie buying a little bit of time here. Get his next pitcher warmed up, and is likely told Mudgett, this is probably going to be your last guy here. So we'll see what he does, but the designated hitter now for Marshfield is Parker Week. Week singled back in the 3rd. But likely Coach Robbie told his hurler, Mudgett, this will be your last guy, so let's knock him down. Again, Medford action in the bullpen. Here's Mudgett, and this one is going to be hit into center. Going back on it and has it in his sights does Seidel. And a nice fire back into the infield, and Week retired on 1 pitch from Seth Mudgett. So we'll see if I was right here about Coach Robbie and his pitcher Mudgett. Could be the 1 pitch. May have erased any thoughts that Coach Robbie had about changing his pitchers. Went to the mound, and Mudgett only threw 1 pitch to retire the next guy. And a strike on the outside corner to Homolka. And Logan Homolka's had some power swings from the plate, but nothing doing. A strikeout and a flyout. But he's had some hefty swings here in his first 2 at-bats. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. And a big swing again from Homolka and a miss. And Homolka trying to get all of it. That one stays high, no throw down. Urban stands at first. Jershly at second.